Hi, Dan Foster, Chief Revenue Officer here at Telarus, and today I'm joined with Vincent Paquet, the Chief Product Officer of Dialpad. Welcome. Good to see
Thank
you,
you.
Vincent.
Good to see you, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So
Appreciate it.
one of the things we wanted to talk about was AI and the impact on the contact center. But you're hearing a lot about ChatGPT. I mean, you guys have been at this for a while, and there's some stark differences between your approach to how to enable AI and what the world is hearing. Even our grandmothers are hearing around ChatGPT. So can you kind of clarify how important it is to have kind of a much different model out there as you look at the enterprise?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So indeed, we've been at it since 2018 now. So it's a good 5 years for us, but
So it's not a fad.
it's not a fad. We have the benefit of those 5 years. We started, if you think about it, it's like we thought about real-time communication, like phone calls or meetings, as ephemeral. And the problem with that is that, you have things you agree to do, you communicate, and then those go away because by definition that doesn't stay. So we really wanted to start with the transcription aspect to give you access to this, right? So we kept thinking of voice as the last offline data set,
Right.
and there was no record of all those discussions, which is why you have so many meetings where you're spending like half the time trying to recollect what you guys discussed the last time. So it was really important to be able to give you this transcription of those meetings. That's what we started with. Um, then we very soon realized that it's much better if you do it real time because it also helps in the number of places where having the ability to train people in real time does matter, like sales and contact center, for example. That's where it does matter. So especially now that, since COVID, a lot of people work from home, think about the time it takes to train someone
Right.
to get good at their job, right? Think about how much of your job you used to learn by just being in the same room as your fellow agents or your
Right.
fellow salespeople. All of that very often doesn't happen anymore. And so the result is that you'll be talking to an agent as a customer, and then they'll put you on hold because they don't know the answer to your question. And then they'll need to go and ask someone else. So when they were in a room with that someone else, they could do that fairly quickly. Now, if they're remote, like think about how long it takes to get the answer from someone
Right.
who's, also working from home and maybe doing something else. It takes a lot of
Right.
time.
Let
So
me put you on hold for eternity.
exactly. So having AI be, your guide helps you. Like this is really important. And so you can, with iPad, you can actually put trigger words that will help you during your conversation. So you don't have to go and find the information from someone else. You could also have AI be your assistant. So you can ask your question and it will give you the answer. So back to your question on how different it is from ChatGPT, think of ChatGPT as literally the world's information, which is great because the way you use it today as an individual is you can have a question on any topic, and the chances are ChatGPT will have a response on most things because that's what the web information is. So, but it includes everything,
Right.
including your yoga teachers' classes and random things
Right.
that you don't care of as a business. So the difference with what
The
we
kit the
do,
kitchen sink, right? As they
exactly,
say.
exactly.
Yeah.
So the difference with what we do is that we are domain specific. So we only do business communication. So you don't have individual communication outside of your business. So the language model, the natural language processing, everything we do is really with a knowledge base that is from businesses in business communication. So it makes things a lot more relevant than you would with a data set that is much bigger. It makes them much faster because we don't have to look for within a huge data set. So it's much faster for the response. It's much more cost effective too because you don't need as much computing power to look for an answer. But again, most importantly, it's mostly more relevant for the business. So
right. And so essentially what I have is a knowledge base in real time. So the old school knowledge base in real time, but also accessible to my agent
exactly.
in real time. So maybe even a coaching element and the rest.
Exactly. So you get the coaching. So again, there's a proactive angle and a reactive angle.
Mm-hmm.
So the proactive is basically coaching the agent as they speak without them having to ask for anything. So as an admin, as a supervisor, you can set up trigger words to help your agent on things that they should know, and billing dispute, refund
Right.
request, those things that you don't want agent to have any hesitation. You can set those real-time recommendations to happen no matter what. And then there's the reactive aspect, which is letting the agent ask their own question when they have them outside of the proactive ones. And so we do both, but AI can help in both cases.
That's great. So you heard it today from Vincent. AI can help across a variety of angles as you scale up your business. Thanks, Vincent. Thanks for
Yes,
coming out.
my pleasure. Thank
Okay.
you.